Hi, I'm back. I'm Jill with Copycat Crafts by Jill, and I'm doing a flip through of a project that I had no intentions of doing until I seen the first two videos of Margaret at Seven Plaza, and I was hooked, totally inspired, and decided I was going to work along with her or as much as I could. Um, and the end result, I think, came out wonderful. I'm extremely happy with it. Hers is absolutely gorgeous. So if you want to watch a tutorial on it, go to Seven Plaza. Margaret, you just can't beat her tutorials, and the end result is, well, perfection. I did have to change some things. I jumped ahead at one point and then realized I kind of did something backwards or in a different location in here, and then that caused me to have to rearrange some of the other things, and I'll just show you. But before I get started, I just want to say I'm happy to be back, and thank you so much to all the people all my followers who hung in there and waited for me. I so appreciate it. You don't even know. I also want to give a special shout out to Miss Rosemarie, who actually reached out to check up on me and make sure I was okay. Great. Thank you, Miss Rosemarie. That's so very sweet, and bless you for doing that. Bless you for caring. Thank you. I also just dug out some extra pieces to show you where pockets and stuff are, because it's not much worse than saying, oh, let me get a piece of paper. And even though we're surrounded by probably tons of paper, you can never find the tag or whatever to show where a pocket is. It's kind of like someone wanting to leave a message and you reach for your pen and you can't find a pen that works. Well, so I thought I'd take care of that and just dig out some good old scraps. I got them. Also, before I actually start, I just want to give you the names of the papers that I used. Now, some of these, like this and this, were out of books and just things I had laying around. But the papers, digital papers that I used, were from 3 different shops. The first one was Vintagebyme, and because I do have a lot of her kits, digital kits, it's hard for me to tell which kit is what. But it appears as though I wrote down that I used the grungy collage papers kit. There's 14 papers in the kit, and I used a lot of those. Or that Vintagebyme? Yeah, Vintagebyme. All of them are grungy. You'll see. Then I grunged them even more. I did use also, let's see, who else do I have here? I have some FableCraftsArt. I bought a digital kit from her, and I did use those papers in here. I also used Betty's Custom Designs, her grungy collage papers. That's the one where you get 14. I used them. Didn't use all the kits. I just picked papers I liked, that I felt fit, and used them. These do work. I just unhooked them so that I wouldn't have to play too much. And I just got these at Hobby Lobby. They were actually pretty cheap. I put the eyelets in because they didn't come with eyelets in them, but they are the buckles. Got them at Hobby Lobby today. They didn't have any other color but silver, and I had actually started with the black brads, but it is what it is. No worries, right? I will just open it up, and now I will start to show you This is a huge pocket, and I do have a pretty big pocket here and a little bit larger pocket here and the big one behind it. On the back side, I also have a big giant, let's get a bigger piece of paper. I do have a much giant pocket, and then just this little piece that comes out. You can glue that if you want. Here's a little tiny pocket, and here's just a piece of thin leather. You can buy at Hobby Lobby. I probably bought this at Hobby Lobby probably 2 years ago, and I just cut it out to sort of match these. I couldn't match them perfectly because I had already put these on and then wanted to make this, but I did okay. I'm happy with it. Okay, so just like with Margreth, and again, that's the pocket, so that's all you see, but then it opens like this. And you can probably already tell that it doesn't look like Margreth. These were, I believe, the last 2 pages that she decorated, so, and as I did as well, and I sort of jumped ahead. Then I realized I didn't do mine at all like she did hers, but that's okay. I think mine came out really nice. You open up the first one. This one is a huge space for very large pieces, and closes up, and they can't fall out anywhere because this closes like this, so can't fall out anywhere. And I think that is really cute. I really like that. So I do have that. Just gonna close it up so I don't forget. Okay. Let's just go to this. We will open this up. I'm gonna have to make sure I'm still in frame here. Hope the lighting's not too bad. It is night. Okay, this is pretty much like hers. Again, my whole thing was a different size, so I had to shrink some of this down. Some of that caused me some issues, but that's on me. So here's a big pocket, and I think that's really cool. Here is another pocket. She left hers open. I glued mine. And then here's a very tiny pocket. So we have that. I believe all the string, all these little pieces of string, what in the world, are all the same. I tried to keep them all the same. Okay. Now this side, it's like, this is like my favorite page. This one also is different from hers. It's almost not a copycat, guys, but yet it totally is. Okay, so there's no pocket here. That's just for interest and decoration. However, this is a tiny little pocket. So I just love putting little hidden little pockets. Then this opens, and here we have 2 envelopes that do have Velcro closures to close them. This is a window flip. Pretty much decoration, but I still think it's lovely. I really like it. And then over here, this is a large pocket with clear picture stuff over it. I love this page. I absolutely adore this page. And even though it's way different than Margreth's, when hers is extremely cool, I was kind of shooting for that. But again, I sort of went, I don't know, went a little wild, and not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, on to this side. Now, this side also I think is pretty cool. There's a little pocket right there for tickets. Because I felt like like the person carrying this, I felt like was a guy. He probably does taxes and he travels. He's an auditor. That's just, he's an auditor. So a lot of numbers. I did make this so that this does slide up and down, because that's very important. So it's very important to an auditor, I'm sure. This does come up. It's just some Velcro, and we have a large pocket here. And I just put this little tuck in so that papers aren't flopping, but you don't have to use the tuck. I just put that there in case. And this does hold the papers flat anyway, so but I just think that's lovely. Excuse me. I don't know if you can really see the color. You probably can see it better if I just leave it down. But I really did work hard on this. I'm really proud of it. Okay, so we open it up, and this side is a tablet. It is removable. You can replace all the papers in it. All you have to do is take out the brads. Excuse me. That's all you have to do, and you can put in any paper you like or take out used paper. I did make the same envelope, like a box type envelope like she did. If you can see, they're kind of raised. I don't know if you can see that. They're raised. I did put these little Velcro tabs over them, because in my mind, they were the only thing that were wide open, that when you close this up, they could fall, anything could fall out. So I just felt like they needed something a little bit to hold, to hold something in. So I just added that. Those were not on Margaret's, but hers were gorgeous. Right here, I do have just pockets, plain pockets. So that's nice. And because I felt this was a auditor for taxes, and he has this giant tablet, and he's probably counting things, and he is going to need pencils and pens. So maybe not a pen, but I put a pen in there, and 2 pencils. So that's, I felt that was very important for an auditor who's a traveling auditor. I don't know if there is such a thing, but, and then there's, I left a small pocket behind each one of these. So that's what that's what I came up with. So for as much as it's not like Margaret's, it really was totally inspired and put together and made because Margaret made hers. If you want to see a tutorial, watch hers, because I couldn't do a better tutorial. What I do plan to do is take some of my ideas from here, perhaps a few of her ideas from hers, and make a smaller, more manageable project for anyone who wants to kind of dip their toes in it and give it a try before you just jump in and do a huge one. Because if this is your first huge project, it certainly can be done, especially with Margaret's series tutorials. But for me, it was a little bit challenging, because I started right off the bat changing the measurements. You change one thing and you have to change everything after that. So it sort of snowballed. But I love it. I love the way it came out. I'll definitely not make exactly the same thing. That would be not interesting. But I definitely want to do a kind of tutorial type thing and put together something a little smaller. Use some of these ideas, perhaps some of the ideas she put in hers, and I hope you plan to join me for it. Whether you craft along or just watch, either way, I hope you really join in. Give it a like if it's something you like. Pass it on to someone who you might think might like it. And comment, because that helps me know what you like and don't like, and what you want to see and what you don't really care about seeing. It does help me collect that info so I know which direction to go in or what you want me to work on next. So I guess that's it. Leave a comment if I left anything out. I'm going to link the papers shops from Etsy in my description. I'm going to link Margreth and Seven Plaza, her channel, in the description box as well. The other thing I'm going to do is, although from my my sweet gal friend, Westbound Pony, which is where I got all my dies from and things like that. I know that all kind of didn't work out the way we had planned it and wanted it to. We're still not entirely sure what all happened there. I will tell you, everything you see here was bought from her shop. Every tab, every every one of these type of tabs, any of the tags type things, they're the only ones I use. I absolutely love them. I love them. That's what I use. So Westbound Pony, I will link her eBay shop. Her Facebook shop, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to, I link it and it just, the link just never works. So I will link her eBay shop. And please go to it. You probably will be surprised how well her items are priced. She doesn't only have dies, she has lots of other items, but I have a lot of her dies now. And if you make a list of what you want and then you contact her, she will put everything in a bundle so that your shipping is way cheaper. Instead of paying shipping on every item, she bundles them. And if you tell her Jill sent you, there may be a Christmas discount. I'm not sure if that started yet, or if we'll have one. I guess it just depends. But let her know that I sent you, and hopefully then in the future, her and I can do come up with a new thing for all my followers. But in the meantime, if you need any dies, or she has these gorgeous stamps. I wish I was prepared for that. I'll bring them out during my tutorials because I'm going to use them. So I guess that's it. I think I covered everything. Just felt like I haven't been here for so long that I need to cover a lot of ground. So I'm sorry if I missed anything, but I'll be back, of course, way sooner with another project. And I hope you plan to join me. So stay creative, and hugs.